Today, I'm here to talk about a stock called Matterport, ticker symbol MTTR. Now, for those of you that haven't been here before, this is my channel, Survive and Thrive. And first start off with hitting that like button and subscribe so you can follow me with my new content as I upload free financial education week to week. Going to the Matterport's website under Investor Relations, they are the leading spatial data company digitizing the built world. By turning buildings and spaces into digital twins, Matterport unlocks unparalleled spatial data insights for companies and individuals to better design, build, promote, and manage their most valuable asset. If you've ever looked at a website like Redfin, you'll see that a lot of the new house listings give you a 3D virtual tour. And many times it's a company like Matterport who has done that service. So it's going to be one of those companies, I think, like I mentioned last week in my video, talking about Metaverse stocks, that will be a part of that digital world development. Right now they're based in the real world building, but I also see them being able to branch out their business into the digital world through augmented reality and VR. You can see here annualized run rate revenue is 118 million. 150 countries that it's actually being utilized in, 404,000 subscribers across diverse verticals, and 5.6 million spaces under management at this time. This article in Seeking Alpha from just a few days ago, Matterport long-term play on the digitization of the built world. For many of you that know, I'm actually a very extreme long-term investor. I've actually been investing for the last 14 years, and I haven't sold any stocks, crypto, or any positions or holdings to this date. Just a quick summary on why this is a good long-term play. Matterport is a fast-growing company leading the digital transformation of the built world. It holds a first-mover advantage and several key barriers to entry in a large and virtually untouched market. Strong gross margins and an increasing focus on its highly scalable subscription business should contribute to future profitability. Due to the volatility of the stock and expensive valuation, I recommend initiating a long-term position and continuing to purchase shares on any weakness. Now, please do your own research and make sure that you really understand what this business is about before you jump in to invest, if that is something that you decide. But I am in complete agreement with the author of this article, Timothy Gallagher, and I am looking right now for my entry point. We'll go over that in more detail here to see what the price action has been over time, and I will give my opinion of where I think a good entry point might be. Investment thesis: Matterport dominates the large and growing market for 3D digital replicas of buildings, a growing subscription business, impressive profitability potential, and a massive addressable market position. The company well to continue its strong performance. Now, as this article states, they recommend investors purchase shares with a long-term, 5+ year view and continue to add to their position on any price weakness. The company was founded in 2011. Matterport operates a technology platform that creates digital 3D models of buildings, as I mentioned before, using a collection of data points unique to each reconstructed space. These models and the associated data benefit customers in a variety of ways, including real estate brokerages can offer virtual open houses, retailers can manage thousands of store locations remotely, construction firms can improve the efficiency and accuracy of their monitoring processes, and insurance firms can improve the documentation and evaluation of claims and underwriting assessments. How does Matterport generate revenue? It's through 4 business segments. The first is subscription, 52% of Q2 2021 revenue. A freemium model that offers subscription plans varying from single user, single space to multiple users, unlimited spaces with price points dependent on the number of users, and active spaces. Second business segment is product, that's 39%. Sales of the Pro 2 camera. Services, 10%. On-demand capture services provided by Matterport for enterprise subscribers worldwide. And then they've got their licensure program. That's 7%. Data license solutions that allow customers access to the company's proprietary digital twin data, license revenue is highly variable as licenses are perpetual. The first mover advantage is to maintain a significant and dominating large and unpenetrated digital reconstruction market with 5.6 million spaces under management, digitized building scans. The company is estimated to have 100x the amount of spaces on its platform as the entire rest of the nascent market. Now that is a huge number, and they're only getting started. And so, like I said, if you want to get in on something that is going to grow your wealth, I believe that this is one way to do that. Most importantly, a fully automated digitization process enables the company to scale effectively as more of the built world comes online. The highly scalable technology platform differentiates Matterport from other fast-growing companies such as Zillow, who are suffering from an inability to meet the growth in demand. Now, as I stated, with the Metaverse starting to be developed and a lot of focus going into that, I could see where Matterport could take advantage of scanning real buildings and locations out there and being able to turn that into what gets converted to the digital world. So that would be a major contribution for them in being able to provide a real context for being able to have people travel worldwide without ever having to leave their couch. Now, it's not the most grand way to go about doing vacation, but it is a way in which you can interact and expand how you view the world in a way that has never been done before. Management estimates the total addressable market for 3D reconstruction to be more than 20 billion spaces across the world. Within this, it estimates the current serviceable addressable market to be 1.3 billion spaces, meaning Matterport has penetrated the market by less than 1%. For Q2 2021, Matterport increased its spaces under management by 75% as it continues to leverage its leadership position to further penetrate the market. Matterport's subscription service has exhibited tremendous growth over the past 2 years as the company has shifted its focus from product-based sales to subscription-based business. Operating a freemium model, Matterport is in the early stages of customer acquisition, only recently having rolled out its Matterport Capture app for iPhone May 2020 and Android May 2021. These launches have contributed to a 29x increase in subscribers from fiscal year 2018 to Q2 2021. Having only been a public company via SPAC in July 2021 for around 3 months, there is not a great deal of long-term financial data out, but the data that is available contributes to the company's merits. For Q2 2021, Matterport reported $29.5 million of revenue, 21% year-over-year growth, while subscription revenue increased 53% year-over-year to $15.3 million. Although this top-line growth does not blow investors away, it is noticeably more impressive in light of the fact that revenue in the comparison quarter, Q2 2020, grew 170% year-over-year as the pandemic accelerated the digital transformation of real estate by several years. Now, I often talk about the silver lining of different aspects and challenges that we have out there, and I think that this is one of those silver linings that has come out of the lockdown that we've been in for a year and a half plus. And I think that the digital technology space has really accelerated because of this. And so that's one great aspect that I see coming out and will put us miles ahead in terms of where we are headed with company development and the overall vision of where this metaverse is headed. As it states here in this article, Motley Fool, 2 top tech stocks under $20 per share. Latch and Matterport have extreme growth potential, and getting in now could provide fantastic returns in the long run. The case for Matterport digitizes real-world spaces. Those digital maps can be analyzed along the owners and users to optimize the building or space. This technology has seen broad adoption already. Redfin, Airbnb, and Hyatt are all Matterport customers. Matterport sees the total addressable market for its service, digitizing buildings and other spaces, reaching $1.2 trillion in annual recurring revenue. Given that as of Q2 it had $61 million in ARR, its growth opportunities are vast. In Q2, the company reported a net dollar expansion rate of 132%, meaning that its customers spent on average 32% more with Matterport than they had in the prior year quarter. So while the company has low penetration, its customers love the product. And this is where I really see them starting to develop and take off, is that they haven't been out for very long, but they are gaining a lot of popularity and subscribers. And I think that the markets that they're going to be able to address and have utilize their business model is really going to help them develop and scale very quickly. It's trading at 42 times trailing 12-month sales, which is a high valuation for any company. But like Latch, Matterport is young and has a lot to prove. That it's gaining customers rapidly is a great sign. If that continues, Matterport shareholders could see amazing returns over the next 10 years. All right, I wanted to finish with the price action history for Matterport stock. And as you can see, prior to the SPAC merger, there was a lot of action starting as low as $10, making it as high as $24 in February. And then a drop down to as low as $10.89 in May. And then fast forward to, I believe it was July 23rd, is when the SPAC merger took place and they actually went public on the NASDAQ, $14. So there's been a real climb after a bit of a decline in August. And then making its way up to $23 back in September. And then another drop to 18. So this 23 to 18, that was within a week and a half, 2 weeks. You can see a bit of consolidation and then another jump. So my thoughts at this time is I think that they're getting closer to an all-time high, or a high that they haven't seen in quite some time, or at least since the beginning of the SPAC merger back in July. So I don't think right now is a good time for me to enter in and buy. I'm going to watch it here over the next month to 2 months to see if it actually does take another drop and decline. And if it goes on a bit of a bearish trend, I could see it definitely coming back to that $18 range. And if it does, I definitely will be at a point where I'll probably pick up quite a few shares. For anybody that wants to see other companies, there were 4 other companies mentioned in the video that I did last week. Take a look at this suggestion link up here in the upper right. These are just to get you started about ideas of how you can involve yourself in investing in the metaverse now, and really starting to build out positions early and quickly and becoming an early adopter, so that in 5 to 10 years time, you will be in a position to create yourself a lot of wealth. If you have any other thoughts or ideas about metaverse stocks out there, or Matterport specifically, I would love to see comments below. As I mentioned before, this is an exchange of information, and I really want to help build out the community this way. Make sure you hit that like button if you got value out of this video, and subscribe. I'm really trying to build my overall subscriber number. I'm just under 70. I want to get to that next milestone at 100, and then continue to scale up from there. But the only way I can do it is with each and every one of your help. That's all I had for this video. Make it a great week, and as always, don't just survive, thrive!